Hi, I'm Jonathan Allentoff here at Composition Online, and today we're going to talk about arranging your own music. The composer as arranger. Composition and arranging are closely related. I invite you to wear the arranger hat as a composer. Masterfully arrange, expand, and build on your original musical material. This will make a major impact on your compositions. Think about how would you arrange the music if someone else wrote it? Would it be different? What would you add? And think about how can you make your composition sparkle? Some elements to consider. Let's start with the introduction. As arrangers, we create compelling introductions for songs, and we can do the same as composers. With our introductions, we can set the mood, the character, the tone, and the feeling of our work. Let's really make those first few bars count. Transitions. How do we transition from one part of the piece to the next? From one melody to the next? From one section to the next? This makes a difference. Accompaniment. What chord progressions do we choose? What counter melodies do we write? What different techniques do we use in the instruments that are not playing the melody? And do we switch around with who has the melody and who has the accompaniment? Do we keep the accompaniment the same when the melody comes back, or do we vary it? Variations are a wonderful way to expand our compositions and build fascinating textures that keep our players and audiences engaged. Think about rhythmic variations, harmonic variations, melodic variations. Let's keep it fresh each time. Dynamic contrast. Now you have piano soft or forte loud, but that's just the beginning. You have mezzo piano, mezzo forte. You can have 3 Ps. You can have 3 Fs. Crescendo, diminuendo. There are so many possibilities. Call and response. This is one of my favorite elements from folk music. We're wired for call and response, and it really allows our music to be unified and exciting. Arranging music for your forces. Carefully consider your instrumentation. What instruments will fit your melodic lines best? Are you writing for strings? Are you writing for orchestra, band, choir? Maybe you want instruments that match action on the screen for film. Write music that fits the forces performing your work. Keep in mind that a high school orchestra is very different from a Hollywood studio orchestra. And the differences are even more stark when it comes to elementary level versus professional. But all of these ensembles are valuable, and it can be inspiring to write for any of them. But we must keep in mind various ranges, various challenges, and what will be inspiring and attainable by the performers involved. I also invite you to consider your virtual instruments when writing digital soundtracks and creating demos. Which instruments will showcase my work in the best light? That's a good question to ask. General music composition and arranging techniques apply to all styles and instruments. So there are many similarities that will apply from piece to piece. What would you like to create? The possibilities are endless. I invite you to have fun along the way. Thank you very much. I hope that you have enjoyed this webinar. I invite you to contact me at johnallentoff@aol.com, as shown here on the screen, and we'll discuss your needs on a one-on-one basis. I am excited to work with you, and I wish you all the very best in your compositional journey.